unless you're doing that thing you do that holds your cork under the water or that introduces resistance to your path, you will be in the receptive mode, and source within you, who knows where you are in relationship to everything you want, will be constantly received by you. Sometimes you say, I would like it to be revealed to me, the path to all my joy and happiness. And we say, that path is constantly being revealed to you. The light is shining bright. It's not a question of whether source is revealing it to you. It's a question of whether you are in the receptive mode so that you are receiving it. You can't set your radio dial on 101 AM and hear what's being broadcast on 96 FM. The frequencies have to match up. And since everything is vibrational, and since your emotions are your tuner, this is not a difficult thing to do when you understand what we just presented to you just now. So here's your short quiz as a result of what you've already learned. Do you know that you are the creator of your own reality? And do you know that you are a vibrational being living in a vibrational universe? And do you accept that there is a larger part of you who exists, even though you can't exactly see it, you can sense it, even though you cannot see it, who stands in completion of all that you have become so far? And do you acknowledge that there is often, in fact always, somewhat of a gap between your thinking, your thoughts, your patterns, your personality, your attitudes, your moods, your beliefs? The belief's just a thought you keep thinking, and the knowing of the source within you. Is there a logical gap? And can you feel when the gap is narrow and when the gap is wide? Don't your emotions tell you all of that? Then you now know everything you will ever need to know, not only to receive all of the things in full manifested form that you desire, but to live happily ever after, not standing in pain over a desire that you can't figure out how to accomplish, but in eagerness of the unfolding of the path. Because we know, in the same way you don't want to eat all of the food that you will eat for the rest of this lifetime today, we know you don't want to. You do not want, especially not in this restaurant. You do not want to eat it all today. You do not want to eat it all today. And you don't want everything that you want to be introduced into your experience today. You want to savor it. You not only want to savor the end result, you want to savor it as it is unfolding. You want to savor it as it's turning all the way from the vibration to the thing. You want to feel the emotion that is the awareness that it exists. And you want to be in that happy receptive mode so that when you get an idea, you know you've received an idea. And you want to have the fun of following the idea, following to see where it leads, and watching another dovetail with it, and another, and another, and another, and another. You want to be consciously aware when those ideas start bringing you into rendezvous with others. You want to feel the rendezvous. You want to feel yourself immersed in the cleverness of the others. You want to feel the cooperative universe coming into place, giving you clues, giving you ideas, but most of all, giving you that sense of eternal flow. Because you see, you are creators, and Source has your back and knows where you're going and is flowing with you always. So if you just make the simple decision that you want to feel good, and you start reaching for the best feeling thoughts that you can find, so that you more and more consistently hold yourself in the receptive mode, oh then you meet this one, and you meet this one, and you meet this one, and you meet this one. You have fun along the way. You have clarity. Your ideas are flowing. Their ideas are flowing. You're having this wonderful time. You are manifesting these magnificent things, and you are standing in constant appreciation of this magnificent world in which you live, of which you have come, and in which you are creating your own reality. We are eager to talk with you about anything that matters to you. There is no order of business, and there is nothing that is off limits. But we do promise you such a comfortable unfolding that by the time you leave at the end of this gathering, You will have a very clear sense of who you are and what to do about being in the receptive mode, so that you can have the pleasure of consciously, deliberately turning your vibrations to thoughts, and those thoughts to rendezvous, and those rendezvous to experiences, and those experiences to manifestations of all kinds. This is an abundant universe, and it's time for you to get the clutter off your path. It's not that you will have a direct path, because the direct path is not always, sometimes you like it, not always the most delicious path. Because you know, the source within you knows everything that's in your vortex, knows all the things you want, and knows where all the things you want are in relationship to where you are in any moment in time. Relationship meaning physical proximity, relationship meaning vibrational proximity or emotional proximity. So sometimes you'll be inspired to a rendezvous, and you'll say, what's this about? This isn't what I thought I wanted. But it opens something that lets you know something more, that lets you know something more. And as you relax and trust that it is unfolding, and that it is unfolding perfectly, and then at the same time that you are acknowledging the rightness of where you stand, looking for things to appreciate right where you stand, you'll begin to feel yourself launching new rockets and new rockets and new rockets. So it works like this. So here you are, sifting through the stuff. You know what you don't want, you launch rockets of what you do want. You know what you don't want, you launch rockets of what you do want. And those vibrational rockets become a vibrational reality that you are not a vibrational match to, not at first. But because you care about how you feel, you start reaching for more thoughts that feel good, and you stay off the thoughts that don't feel good. So if there's some subject that's really uncomfortable, don't try to make it comfortable. We said to Esther the other day, we really don't want you to sit and write a focus wheel until you like to eat raw fish. You don't have to like to eat raw fish. You don't have to eat grasshoppers either. You don't have to eat worms either. But Abraham, what if somebody gives me a bowl of worms? Shouldn't I be able to eat a bowl of worms and like it? Shouldn't I be able to do enough focus wheels that I'm in complete alignment with eating a bowl of worms? And we said, really, Esther? Do you really want to eat a bowl of worms? No, but I don't want to be resistant to anything. And we said, you were born to select, you were born to choose. Don't write a focus wheel to try to get yourself to like things that you don't want to like. That's not the point of this. This is not what the art of allowing is. The art of allowing is not making yourself like what everybody else wants you to like. The art of allowing is you getting in sync with what you have put in your vortex. Can you hear the difference in that? But that requires a willingness to accept the perfection and worthiness that is you. That requires you believing that you are source energy, and that source is aware of you, and that source knows what you want and is calling you toward it constantly. And so that's what we talk about all day, every day. You create your own reality, and it's supposed to be fun.